Hi everyone, you have reached Chronicles of the Gray Haired Diva, and this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. And if you like this video, hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and I will chat back. Also, share my video with your friends and family so they can get to know my channel also. Listen, today I'm here with a quick update on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, RHOA, RHOA. Well, if you've been a fan from the beginning up until now, you can see the drastic difference. And it's really making me sad because I'm hoping that, this season doesn't dictate their future. Because if it does, right now they're doing pretty bad, in my eyes, in my opinion. So they hyped us up all season long. Actually, before the season started, they hyped us up about last week's episode, Strippergate. Okay, it was Cynthia Bailey's bachelorette party, and Candy did this whole setup for her, the dungeon, and she was the mistress, and they had a stripper. His name was Bolo, and they hyped it up and had us wait all season for this Strippergate and this episode. And to me, the episode tanked. It got an F. I wasn't excited. I could care less. I was again in and out of the room. It was like no big deal. I think part of the reason why it was no big deal to me is because we heard so much about it before the episode actually played out on TV. It was like, it was nothing really to see. Because you knew all the rumors before the episode presented itself. We knew that Tanya left and stopped filming after this episode, or somewhere close near this episode, because she wasn't here for all of the rumors and the drama that went on, when they filmed it. Of course, we're not seeing this in real time. This happened sometime last year for them, and we're just now seeing it. So Tanya, once it did happen in real time and the rumors started coming out, and the blogs got a hold of it, Tanya was like, I'm not here for it. She didn't want to destroy her reputation, and she just left. So a whole lot of shenanigans went on at this bachelorette party, to the point where they even asked the producers of the show, after they thought they filmed the pieces that they wanted to film, they asked them, can you turn off the cameras now so we can really turn up and have a good time, with just us, the stripper, and do whatever it is we want to do. I get it. They wanted to have a good time. I don't have no problem with that. What they did or did not do is their business. However, my thing is, for entertainment purposes and for them doing this show, they had too much hype going on about this episode before the episode actually aired. So then when the episode did air, to me it was a flop. I was like, it was nothing to see because we done heard everything we need to hear. You didn't get any different information. It was rumors way before the episode came out that Portia, Tanya were the ones that allegedly slept with this stripper. Those same rumors, kind of came out on Sunday when they actually aired the episode. It was also rumors that there was a lot of girl on girl action at this stripper, bachelorette party. And, a lot of them admitted to it in the confessional. So it was just like no big deal. Unfortunately, this whole season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, I really think it's tanking. I really think they're getting the F. And I think they're getting the F to not all of the fault of the ladies on the show, but a lot of it has to do with these producers. So many of these shows, they want to always bring in, I guess, a different audience, but like a younger audience. So that's why they, I guess, brought, what is the name? Drew and Latoya to the show. But I think when you have a formula that's working, you don't break that formula. Yes, I know Nene did her own demise on that show as to why she couldn't come back. And ironically, Nene always had these like nice little sayings. And one of her sayings were, the door is closed. Well, because of all of her shenanigans and antics, Nene has really closed the door on Hollywood. It's so sad. I do feel bad for her because she was one of my people on there that I loved to hate her sometimes. Like, I loved her, but you know, she brought the spirit, the life to that show in her own little way. Whether you like the one episode and hated her the next, or like the one season and hated her the next, Nene was still like the nucleus, the core of that show. And now with her being totally gone, I really want to say is nothing left. Is nothing left. And already we know the only thing to come after this bachelorette party and this whole scandal, I mean, I hope they don't drag out who slept with the stripper for like 5 more episodes or whatever. The only thing left at this point is Cynthia Belly's wedding. And unfortunately, again, we know ahead of time that the production team didn't even get to film her wedding. So I guess they're using different footage from, you know, people's cell phones or whatever footage they maybe could have gotten. I don't know, but if this all we have left to see is the wedding, is not much left to see. Okay, especially because we know now that production was not even able to film her wedding. So this whole season has been a flop. They definitely fell off the wagon. The 2 new additions to the show, whether, you know, she's a friend of the show or not, I mean, they had 2 new people on the show. It didn't help. It didn't help save them. I guess they was hoping that, you know, with Nene gone, we're bringing these 2 new girls and, you know, we'll get a whole new young audience. I mean, you had an audience. You had people that watch. Stick with those people and get more of those people to watch the show versus trying to turn the show into like a whole something that it's not. So I don't know where they can go from here. I almost think there is nowhere to go from here. I don't know how they can recover another season if they get another season. I mean, I don't want the show to go away. I haven't been engaged. I haven't watched it the way I used to watch it. But at the same time, I would hate to see these ladies not make their money. But it's not looking good, and I don't know what the save can be. And the only reason why I don't know what the save can be is because now, since Nene most likely could not come back. I mean, who's going to touch you with a 10-foot pole? You have accused everyone of, you know, on the network of, you know, racism and not treating black people correctly. How could they bring you back? They wouldn't be able to breathe or sneeze around her if they brought her back, because they would be so afraid that one little thing that they might do wrong or that she thinks they did wrong, she would sue. So there's no way now on earth that they can bring Nene back. So what that means is next season, who can they bring? Phaedra? I don't know. I don't even know at this point if Phaedra would save the show. But I think if they wanted to try to save it, they would have to bring Phaedra. They would need to bring Apollo and his new girlfriend on the show. I mean, that would be crazy, but that's what they're going to need to do if they want to save the show. Bring Apollo, his new girlfriend, and beg him to come back. But now that, you know, Nene's not there, you're not going to have that interaction between Nene and Kim that really kind of, you know, gave us what we needed on these reality shows. And then 2, in order to maybe possibly save it, they would have to throw Sheree back in the mix too. And maybe, I don't know, take it all the way back and bring back Lisa Wu. But I will say this, if they continue on this path that they have now, it's going nowhere for me. This whole back to the stripper gate with Kenya sitting in a chair and I'm sitting in the chairs talking about who did what at the bachelorette party, and Kenya sitting there like the movie Basic Instinct. It did nothing for me. It did nothing for me. And the fact that she was investigating Kenya, telling, you know, who slept with who and what happened and breaking the girl code, that didn't move me either way anyway either. And the reason why is because, again, all about this episode was already in the streets before we seen it. Long time ago, when the Real Housewives of Atlanta first started, you didn't hear much. You didn't get any inside information. Nothing was leaked until you were sitting there watching the episode and you was like, OMG. I can't believe that just happened. You were calling your friends, you were texting your friends, and you was like, are you watching right now? Because so-and-so did this, someone said that. Last week's episode, it was nothing, no surprise to me. I was just like, okay, here's the episode that they were all been talking about all summer. Let's see what's really good. And as stated, to me, it was an epic fail. Anyway, guys, let me know how you felt about last week's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was an epic fail like I did? Do you think there is any saving of this show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Can the show be saved? Can next season be better than this particular season? And if it can, who do they need to add or bring back to make the show popping again? And forget about you even saying Nene. I highly doubt, because like I said, I really feel like they have closed the door on her, but by her own shenanigans and antics, Hollywood has shut the door. No one's gonna touch her with a 10-foot pole. Maybe if she sits it out, and I don't know if she has enough money for this, but maybe if she sits this out for maybe a year, I don't know. You know, the world is so finicky in terms of forgiving people and letting them get a second chance. I say let her get a second chance now, but I'm not the one in charge of these things. But, you know, I don't know. Will she have to sit out 365 days, 2 years? Does she have the money and the means to do that? I don't know, but I do know this. I highly doubt if right now they're going to touch her. I don't even think they would sign her for the next season. So if you saying that we can save this show by adding some people, tell me who we should add. But like I said, leave Nene out of it, because I highly doubt that they're going to be able to bring her back. Listen, guys, thanks for listening. Stay tuned, stay safe, love, hug your friends, and come back and like this video if you happen to like it. Thank you, guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.